Welcome back to Craig's Custom Cooking. Today I'm going to make a surprise for my wife. I'm going to make a calzone. It's going to have sausage, spinach, lots of cheese, lots of good things inside. She doesn't know I'm making it. It's going to have shiitake mushrooms. So I'm going to make this up for her. She's out shopping. She doesn't know I make it. So I'm going to try to surprise her. So let me get the camera set up and I'll show you the process. Alright, to start the process of the calzone with the pork sausage in, I'm going to turn my burner on. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to my pan. About 2 tablespoons. I have 1 pound of sausage. This was just regular sausage that I got from Country Corner Meat Market. And now I am going to brown it off. I added all kinds of seasoning. I added fennel, sage. I turned it into an Italian sausage. So what we're going to do is get this spread out in our pan. We're going to get it browned off. I'll bring you back when I have it browned off. Alright, I have the sausage browned up. So I don't think I'm going to use all of this in the calzone, so I'm going to take half of it out and then I'll show you what else we're going to add into this. Alright, this is half a pound of Italian sausage. Now I'm going to dump a whole bag of baby spinach in here. Now that looks like an awful lot. There's the baby spinach. But if you watch as it cooks, this is going to wilt down to almost nothing. It's amazing how far down it'll cook. But my wife, oh, she loves sausage, or she loves spinach. So that's why I'm putting the spinach in here. So you can see what it looks like now. Let me bring you back when it gets all wilted down. Alright, as you can see, the spinach is cooked down. It's really reduced. It's amazing how much spinach you'll reduce once you cook it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take this and put it in a bowl. I'm going to let this cool down. And then we're going to start adding our other ingredients. We're going to add our cheeses. So we definitely want that to cool down before we put our cheeses in, because we don't want the cheese to melt until we get it inside of the calzone. I have a half an onion here that I had in the refrigerator. Just going to peel the outer paper off of it. I leave the root end on. And then all I'm going to do is cut it into slices. Just like so. And I take those and I just break them up so they're individual rings. I didn't have any fresh shiitakes, so these were dried shiitakes that were in our cabinet. I took them out, soaked them in water, rehydrated them, and now I'm going to cut some of these up to put in the calzone. So I just take it, cut the stems off, and then we just cut them into quarter-inch slices. I'll cut 2 more up so you can see it. get the rest cut up, and then we'll go back to the stove. Alright, I have my frying pan. I'm going to put it on medium-high heat. I'm not going to put any oil in the pan because these mushrooms have a lot of water in them. I want to try to dry some of the moisture out of the mushrooms as they're cooking. So let me get these going. I'll bring you back. You can see the mushrooms and the onions are wilting down pretty good. Now I made a well in the middle. I'm going to take 2 cloves of garlic. Stir that around. This is steam coming off here, not smoke. So, alright, the mushrooms, onions, and garlic are done. I'm going to put this in the pan with the sausage and the spinach. I'll mix it together. And then I'm going to let this cool. Okay, this is our sausage, mushroom, onion, and spinach that I've left cold. Now to this, we're going to add 3 large tablespoons of ricotta cheese. And if you know anything about me and my channel and my Italian foods, I'm not fond of a lot of ricotta, so I always put the same amount of cottage cheese in. So I'm going to put 3 large tablespoons of cottage cheese in. We're going to add a half a cup of Parmesan cheese and a half a cup of mozzarella cheese. And these are our ingredients for the filling. So we're just going to stir this in really good. Alright, this is our filling. Let me get the dough. We'll fill it, seal it, and put it in the oven. One thing I did forget to show you is you want to put a good squirt of olive oil in here and then mix that up. Okay, I don't make my own pizza dough. I buy it at the store. This is just a thin crust pizza dough that you can buy in any dairy section, usually where the eggs and the butter are. You can buy these there, so it's just, it can actually be baked on this paper, on this parchment paper. Now, one thing that I do that's a little different than other people is I like marinara sauce inside of my calzone, my stromboli. I'll also have it to dip in once it's all completely done on the table. So we're going to spread the marinara out. You want to keep a good inch around the edge. Now we're going to put our filling in. what I do is I take my dough and I stretch it out a little bit here to make sure that I have enough dough in front of this filling. And I take an egg wash, it's just a 1 beat up egg, and I brush it around the whole outside of your dough. Just like that. I'm going to turn this around so hopefully you can see it better. But all you're going to do now is pick up this dough, if you can get it off the parchment paper. We're going to fold this over the top, just like so. Now you can take it and stretch it. Make sure you get it outside of your filling. And you'll notice I left it back on the edge for a reason. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take this now, roll this back over. If you twist it a little bit, it'll give you a decorative twist around the outside. Just like that. This is your calzone. Now, we're going to take our egg wash. We're going to go over the outside of the calzone. This is going to help brown it up, give it a beautiful color on the outside. You don't want it real thick. This is going to give it a shiny look. And I'm going to take a knife. I'm just going to make 4 incisions on the top. And that's your completed calzone. I'm going to transfer it to a baking sheet. Put it in the oven. It's going to cook in the oven at 425 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. And we're going to get it out and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, here's my baking sheet. I'm going to take a little bit of yellow cornmeal. Alright, here it is on the tray on top of the cornmeal. My oven is almost up to temperature. We'll put it in for 15 minutes and we'll see what it looks like when it's completed. Alright, my timer just went off. We're going to take it out and see what it looks like. There it is. We're definitely going to let it set and cool. You can see it bubbling. Everything inside is well cooked. The outside is got a nice crust on it. So we're definitely going to let it set down, or set and cool down, and then we'll show you what the inside looks like when we get to the table. All right, I'm going to show you what the inside of it looks like. Has the cheese. Well, I'm not going to say exactly what's in it because I want my wife to guess. So.
I can see that you put cheese in it and vegetable too.
Here, do you want a small piece or?
Yeah, I would like to try one piece first.
This piece?
Yep. You can just cut it half. Thank you.
Here's some of your insides that came out.
Ooh, mushroom. I like that.
I'm gonna take this half.
Okay. Mushroom and spinach. Wow, my favorite.
There's Italian sausage. There's spinach. There's ricotta cheese, onions. The mushrooms, the shiitake mushrooms that were dried, I rehydrated them. It has ricotta, mozzarella, and Parmesan cheese in it.
Wow, very good.
So this is for you to dip it in.
I don't need it. It's already very flavorful.
Well, I'm gonna dip a piece of mine in it.
I love the dry mushroom in it. So good.
It's very, very good. So, cottage cheese, because I don't like a lot of ricotta, so I mixed the ricotta and the cottage half and half. Thank you. All right.
Wow, very successful.
It's good.
That's a new recipe, right?
The dried shiitakes will give you a different taste. A fresh shiitake, they're great, but the dried shiitakes, I don't know what it is about them, but when they dry them and you rehydrate them, they just have a much richer flavor to them.
Yeah.
So we use a lot of dried shiitake mushrooms.
So good.
All right, so we're gonna sign off for the night. Do you have anything else? Oh, these are daikon radishes and carrots that I pickle myself. I reuse the big pickle jars when we're done with the pickles. And then I slice the daikon radishes into thin slices.
It's very crispy,
Yeah.
sweet and sour.
And then I put the julienne carrots in with it. And I'll show that the next time I make it. I'll post a video of it.
Do you want more?
No, I'm good. All right, so we're gonna eat our supper. If you like our channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, the bell for future notifications. You have a wonderful night.
Please try this recipe. It's so good. It's better than stromboli. Is it called stromboli?
I'm gonna make a stromboli.
I think it's better because I had it before and I really love it.
We'll see. I'm gonna make a stromboli. So I know you love this because it's got a lot of spinach.
Yeah, and vegetable.
And a stromboli won't.
Mixed with different kind of cheese. So good.
All right. Like I said, you guys have a great night, and bye-bye.
Bye.
We'll see you in the next video.
Yep.